What do you want audiences, listeners, to know about this repertoire?
Well, if I could have one thing happen, I would want every symphony orchestra to consider this part of their standard repertoire. To not say, let's make a Mexican program in Cinco de Mayo or Dia de los Muertos, and that's it, all Mexican music, all in one place for the Mexican community. But rather say, there's these wonderful pieces that are part of the menu, and you can put them next to French or Russian or European or Asian pieces. So that's the first thing. I want to put it out there for people to know this music and play it and promote it and enjoy it. The other thing is the Mexican music that has made it out of my country, that has made it into the symphonic programming internationally, is always 2 or 3 pieces. So yes, we are 2 or 3 pieces, but then there's so much more, and that's why there was a need to do 2 CDs. And if I could have done 10, I would really be happy to do the 10, because there was material to do 10 CDs, at least overwhelming material. So also the idea is to portray what Mexico is, at least to me, which is a melting pot. It's a mixture of many cultures, of many eras, many moments in time where we had different influences, and also our own folk traditions, our own culture, and that Mexican music is not just this cliche of a folk Mexican music turned symphony or the dances. Yes, we're that, but then we're also contemporary music that sounds more European, or even sounds just as it sounds. It sounds by itself as a new idea, or the influence of jazz, or pop culture in Mexico City, for example. That's also blended into a symphonic idiom. And the early days of the late 19th century, for example, where we were completely European and we were trying to mix the European idiom with our own roots, and there's really interesting pieces that were very successful at their time. Most of the pieces on this CD got a national award back then, or were like, wow, and there was a huge hype about them, but then somehow they never made it to the US or to Europe.